play fake here on first down. This is caught by Antonio Brown. 19 yards right off the bat and a quick first down.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you're wanting to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield.
Trying here for Bryant, and it's intercepted. There he goes left side. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. And the defense could not have written a much better script than that first drive, pick-6.
The offense never got a chance to really get oiled up there, did they? But the defense, they certainly got in gear. What a big-time play and a great way for them to start.
And now the offense, they've got to turn things around and figure this out because your backs are on the ground real quickly.
Yeah, usually when you're starting the game getting the ball, 0-0 is the only score you're worried about. Now the second time you get it, you're already down a touchdown.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And out now come the Vikings. Bortles now on first down. A dump off here for Gore. 4 yards on the pickup, and it's a second down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28.
Man, wasn't that long ago that the guy playing that spot was an outside linebacker type of a guy. Now, as a defensive end, how about the speed that he used to get into the backfield and make the play?
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Throwing his Bortles on third down. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback. Receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
And now with the play clock becoming an issue here, Gary Kubiak is going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
All right, here we go.
Hoyer. He hits Jermaine Kearse. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Jermaine Kearse, and it's third down. And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the second down incompletion. Now Hoyer. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up fourth down. So on now the field goal team for Philadelphia. From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt. And Boswell's kick is good. And that will make our score 9-0. So he splits the uprights there, and I would imagine it's nice as a kicker. Right when it leaves your foot, you know it's good.
Yeah, it's kind of like a golfer that picks up his tee after a nice drive without even watching it land.
Solid analogy. I like it. The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. And out of bounds there on the kick. Bryant spread out to the right. Bortles now on first down. And it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Frank Gore there. And it's second down.
NFL quarterbacks work so hard on their mechanics, and they do so much repetition and practice, off-season, the whole deal. They expect it to be autopilot once the games start. That way it eliminates any type of pressure of the game, pressure of people in your face, all of that. That didn't shine through on that throw, though, did it?
No. A little bit of a dangerous pass and off target, too. Now on second down, this is Gore. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking. Yeah,
at some point, you've got to win at the point of attack, and on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
On play action, it's Bortles. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. And they get 14 yards there at a first down.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Brown, the lone receiver, left. Throwing is Bortles. Drops it underneath to Gore. So he got free of one tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39. Ace, left.
Bryant spread out to the right. Into the red zone, it's Bortles. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Frank Gore from 17 yards out. And the Vikings are able to make this a close game again. And his kick is good. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll they'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Eagles coming out as they get ready. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all in.
Here's Hoyer. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
A second down run for Abdullah. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
He's got Curse. At 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Give him 18 on that one, and it'll be first down Eagles.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
He'll look to throw. This a screen to Abdullah. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. A good pickup there on first as the screen pass gets him 8.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while...
And he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
Let's see what the offense comes with here. 2nd and 8. Bryant spread out to the right. On 2nd down, here's Bortles. Man open left side is Brown. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. And they're just a couple of yards shy of a first down here on 3rd down. They'll try and pick up the first with Gore. And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. NFL teams last year a little under 50% on 4th down conversions. This is a bit tougher. 4th and 4.
Black 58, rail. Black 58.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Z. Black 58, rail. Black 58.
Here we go on 4th down with Bortles. A dump off here for Gore. And he will get the first down as he's up to the 20-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Ace.
Now a play fake here on first down. It's caught by Quincy Enunwa. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. And quickly they get to the line. Now Bortles throwing on 2nd down. Drops it underneath to Gore. And he goes out of bounds across the 40-yard line. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
And they're going to speed things up here.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Looking deep downfield. It's caught inside the 25. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Black 58, left, black 58, ace.
On first down, it's Gore. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry up. They'll stick to the ground game with Gore. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And the Eagles are going to go ahead and take another timeout. So as they take it over, we step aside. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This is a 26-yard attempt. And Cundiff able to knock it through. And that will do it for this first half. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Out come the Eagles now as he'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
And some changes here as the D-line separates some. On first down, Abdullah. And a solid run down inside the 30. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge. And that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
Abdullah, and he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
Hoyer. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're either throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away. Throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
They go play action here on first down. Being chased out left. And his throw's complete. A pretty good coverage there in both of these. They've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it. And in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build.
And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Tyreek Hill, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And once again, the Eagles are back out in front. So he scrambled right, but was able to look back toward the middle of the end zone to find the target.
As you know, in this game, sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules, because we all know most guys throwing the football are taught never throw back into the middle of the field on a scramble. He did it and got away with it for a touchdown.
Instinct sometimes, right? They just take over.
Instinct and vision. Sometimes you just see people who are open, you're able to get it to them.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that.
Toe bashed it.
Super toe.
Left, ace, left, left. Here we go now. Black 58, rail. Black 58, rail. So.
They'll start on the ground with Gore. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Wasn't that long ago that the NFL guys really didn't adopt much from the college game. But one thing that has crept in there is spreading things out, opening things up. Not even just in tempo, but maybe getting better line splits and spreading the field. I think that would be a great strategy right now to try and open things up in the run game.
So. Here we go now. Green, 90.
Another carry now for Gore. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain. Defense has set themselves up nicely. 3rd and 10 now. Brown, the lone receiver, left. And the Eagles with a dime look. 6 DBs on 3rd down. Throwing now is Bortles. And he's got a noon one. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. So he makes the grab and the chains move forward.
Nice job by the offensive line, giving them time to complete that first down pass.
Bryant spread out to the right. Now Bortles. And this will be incomplete.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
Second down now after the incompletion. Bortles will try again on second down. He's got time in the pocket. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the linebacker, Jarrell Freeman. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. And now the Eagles offense back out onto the field. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
And Tammy with it over the middle. And he's brought down. And give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. So an excellent throw and an excellent catch there.
Zone coverage, which means you just have to find the open areas in between defenders. That's exactly what happened on that play.
Now flags come in here. Looked like one of the Eagles might have moved. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second. Here's Hoyer. And he's got his man in stride, complete. They'll get 19 yards there. And it'll be a Philadelphia back now in Cincinnati. It's the Eagles in possession of the football and leading this one as we get ready to start the final quarter. Fresh set of downs here.
Here we go now. 3-19. Back 9 up.
Now Hoyer. And Stills over the middle. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. And he was able to find a very soft spot in that zone coverage.
I love that term, Brandon. That soft spot where you find the open area, set up, and catch the football before the hard collision comes afterwards.
Hoyer, that's complete right around the 8. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
You.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3. And in this situation with the lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
They'll run here. Abdullah. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the And the offense here just looking to stay in bounds, complete the short passes, and put this game on ice. They'll need to get the play off quickly. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Tyreek Hill, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Eagles add on to their lead. And a great example there of just getting the feet in a tough spot. It seems like every year these guys get better at this.
Well, I think the drills get better that they work on, training camp, off-season work, OTAs. But also a lot of these guys have dance backgrounds, ballet backgrounds, and they take that and carry it over to the football field.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. On play action, now Bortles. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. It's caught inside the 25. A big play there for Minnesota. 56 yards. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve.
Here we go now.
They go play action here on first down. And it pops free. They're jarred the ball loose.
And that led to a big drop.
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. Second down and 10. Brown, the lone receiver, left.
Green, 39.
Play action. Now it's Bortles. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It'll be a gain of 9, and that'll make it 3rd and 1. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
Here we go.
On play action, it's Bortles. And it's brought in by Pitta. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Let's
Bortles to throw once more. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Telvin Smith in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
Here we go now.
Now a play fake. Bortles. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. And that'll make it third down.
One of the great coaches said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush won, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
Now Bortles. He may try and run for this. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. Now Bortles got to have this one. And that is incomplete. They can't hook. All right, Larry, hope everyone is settled in for a great Draft Champions contest. Here, lucky to witness it. I'm Brandon Gaudin with Charles Davis. These guys that you see on your screen, they won't